Gauff, Harrison win mixed doubles thriller to send US into United Cup semifinals. Coco Gauff and Christian Harrison extended their mixed doubles success Wednesday in Perth, lifting the defending champion United States into the United Cup semifinals. Rallying from a set down against Stefanos Tsitsipas and Maria Sakkari, Gauff and Harrison won their third straight mixed doubles match 4-6, 6-4, 10-8, to keep alive the Americans' bid for a third United Cup title in 4 years. United Cup scores standings. After trailing 6-1 in the 10-point match tiebreak, Sakkari and Tsitsipas rallied to level at 6-6, but the top-seeded Americans won 4 of the next 6 points to close out the victory. The United States will now travel to Sydney to face the winner of the Poland-Australia quarterfinal. In Wednesday's other quarterfinal in Perth, Switzerland meets Argentina. In a roller coaster quarterfinal, Gauff gave the Americans an early lead with a 6-3, 6-2 win over Sakkari, marking Gauff's third straight win over Sakkari on the WTA Tour driven by Mercedes-Benz. But Tsitsipas answered with a 6-4, 7-5 victory over world number 9 Taylor Fritz to force the mixed doubles decider. The former world number 3 earned his first top 10 win in more than 18 months, using a dominant serving performance to close out the straight sets result. Putting 84% of first serves into play in the opening set pushed Tsitsipas into an aggressive mindset. He fired an ace to fight off a set point at 4-5 in the second set and broke Fritz in the following game to set himself up to serve out the match. Tsitsipas improved to 9-2 at the United Cup in singles. It was his first top 10 victory since defeating number 5 Alexander Zverev, number 2 Jannik Sinner, and number 10 Casper Ruud on his way to winning the 2024 Rolex Monte Carlo Masters title. But the vintage performance by Tsitsipas wasn't the only example of a top player showing their worth on the biggest stage Wednesday. Gauff delivered when it mattered most Wednesday, securing a composed 6-3, 6-2 victory over Sakkari in 1 hour, 26 minutes at RAC Arena to give the United States an early lead. The performance came just days after one of her more uneven recent outings, particularly on serve, but any lingering concerns quickly faded. The world number 4 was in control from the opening games, dictating play throughout and never allowing Sakkari to establish momentum. I think for me, the loss to Buz's Monero felt like one of my worst matches of my career, Gauff said Wednesday. I felt like I was practicing well, and I'm playing practice sets well, and my first match went well. So, I tried to erase it and learn from it. I don't think I was the most positive that match, so I just tried to stay positive regardless of what happened today. Gauff posted much improved numbers from the service line, landing 68% of her first serves while winning 76% of those points. After hitting 14 double faults just 2 days earlier, she cut that total to 6 against Sakkari en route to her 245th career victory. For Sakkari, the match was a step back in what has otherwise been a promising week, highlighted by wins over Naomi Osaka and Emma Raducanu. While the season is young, 2026 looms large for the 30-year-old. A former top 5 player, Sakkari enters the is currently number 52 in PIF WTA rankings. The win marked Gauff's third straight over Sakkari and gives her a 6-5 edge in their head-to-head. In the semifinals, Gauff will meet either Australia's Maja Joint or Poland's Iga Swiatek, whom she defeated in last year's United Cup final. Under the floodlit night sky, with the crowd buzzing in a nervous, rhythmic hum, the mixed doubles court became a stage for something far greater than a match. It became a declaration. Coco Gauff and Ryan Harrison didn't just win a thriller. They stitched together grit, timing, and belief to send the United States surging into the United Cup semifinals, hearts pounding, flags waving, and momentum roaring. From the first ball, the tension was unmistakable. Mixed doubles has a way of compressing drama into every exchange, short points, lightning reflexes, and instant consequences. Gauff, already a symbol of youthful confidence and relentless competitiveness, bounced lightly on her toes, eyes sharp, body coiled with energy. Harrison, the seasoned campaigner, stood beside her with calm assurance, his presence a quiet anchor in a storm of noise and expectation. The opening games unfolded like a chess match played at sprint speed. Opponents tested Gauff early, peppering her with returns, daring her to overhit under pressure. She answered not with force, but with clarity, smooth volleys, well-measured angles, and that unmistakable calm that has become her signature. Harrison, meanwhile, patrolled the net like a veteran guardian, cutting off lanes, punching volleys with surgical precision. Yet thrillers are never straightforward. Momentum shifted as quickly as the crowd's collective breath. A couple of missed returns, a double fault at the worst moment, and suddenly the U.S. pair found themselves chasing. The scoreboard flickered with danger, the kind that makes even champions feel their pulse in their throat. It was in that moment, when the match threatened to tilt away, that Gauff's competitive fire ignited. She stepped in on returns, took time away, and began dictating play with fearless intent. Her forehand cracked through the court like a statement. "We're still here." Harrison matched her energy, his serve finding sharper angles, his poaches timed to perfection. Together, they began to move as one unit, reading each other's instincts without a word exchanged. The crowd sensed it too. Each point won by the Americans was met with a swell of sound, an emotional tide pushing them forward. The United Cup, after all, is about more than individual glory. It's about shared belief, about players lifting one another in moments that can define a tournament. As the match edged toward its decisive stages, nerves were no longer a visitor. They were a resident. Every rally felt heavier, every serve more precious. Gauff wiped sweat from her brow, eyes locked on the baseline, breathing slow and deliberate. Harrison bounced the ball, exhaled, and delivered under pressure like a man who had been here before. The final games were pure theater. Break points came and went. Match points hovered like unfinished sentences. One lung-busting rally ended with Gauff feathering a volley so soft it barely disturbed the air before kissing the court. Another saw Harrison reflex a return that seemed destined for the stands, drawing gasps and disbelief in equal measure. When the last point finally arrived, it didn't come with subtlety. A fierce serve, a sharp return, a quick exchange at the net, and then silence, split by the unmistakable thud of the ball landing just beyond reach. For a heartbeat, time paused. Then reality crashed in. Gauff threw her arms skyward, a wide grin breaking across her face. Harrison let out a roar, equal parts relief and triumph. Across the stadium, American supporters erupted, knowing they had just witnessed more than a win. They had witnessed a moment of unity and resilience. The handshake at the net was respectful, but the message was clear. The United States was not done. This victory wasn't just a ticket to the semifinals. It was a surge of confidence, a reminder of the depth and versatility of American tennis. In Gauff, the team had a fearless leader unafraid of the biggest moments. In Harrison, they had a steady hand, proof that experience still matters when margins are razor-thin.